Good Thursday morning, everyone. Before I go any further, I just want a quick word to you men. If you're not busy this morning and if you haven't eaten breakfast, come on out. At the men's breakfast for the month is today at 9 a.m. in the 19 restaurant meeting rooms over by the golf course. Love to have you join us with a good speaker and a very good breakfast for $10. And not usually we have eggs Benedict. So good. Hope you'll be here. Now, just want to get in. This week we're letting music and songs of more recent time, other than hymns. We love hymns, but we're letting current music minister to us and specifically talk to us about who the Lord is and what he is like. And that sure is true today. We're going to hear today from David and Noel Green, one of my favorite songs that they do. It's called King of My Heart. And they're talking about putting the Lord number one in your life. It's a beautiful thing, but the song goes on and it talks about the faithfulness of God. Faithfulness is another of those characteristics about God that we often don't think a whole lot about, but is so important to you and I. Do you have a favorite promise of God? And I don't know whether it's, there's 1,000 promises of God in the Bible. I think the most important one is that we receive eternal life for having put him king of our heart, as the song says. It's as simple as that. And that's a promise. He's promising that as you place your faith in him, he will give you eternal life. Now, there are so many other promises, though, that talk to daily life about giving us rest, about answering prayer, about being with us in all circumstances. And on it goes. Do you have a favorite promise? Well, then how do you know? I'm sure you do, but I want you to know the way you can know it's true and will happen is that this characteristic of the faithfulness of God. It relates to the fact that he always keeps his promises. That's the kind of God that we have. And it's always been that way. He made this promise early on. And so the Bible is full of talk about the faithfulness of him. Deuteronomy, this will be our verse for today. It's a little bit longer. I'm going to read it slowly because I want you to get it. Deuteronomy 7 at verse 9 says, Know, K-N-O-W, know that the Lord your God is God. In other words, he's not a false God, as were rampant in the time and still are today. People put their faith in things that just aren't God. But it says that the Lord your God is God. He is the faithful God. He is the faithful God. Keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love him and keep his commandments. In other words, he is going to be faithful forever to keep his covenant of love to you. If you are one of those who love him and keep his commandments. In other words, to the followers of Christ, the followers of God in the Old Testament time as they were waiting for their Messiah to come. That's the kind of God that we worship. And we worship him every weekend. And it's such a joy, brings such joy. And one of the ways we worship him is by singing great songs. So today's song is by our worship leaders at Saddleback Church, Laguna Woods. I hope you'll come on out and sing with us, see them in person, meet them. David and Noel are just warm, loving people. They love to know you. Come on out. But right now, let's sit back. If we don't know this song, learn it. Sing it along. King of my heart. It'll be a blessing in your life. I know it will. See you tomorrow.
Let the King of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Let the King of my heart be the shadow where I hide, the ransom for my life. Oh, he is my song. 'Cause you are good, good. Oh, 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 let the King of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he is my song. Let the King of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days. Oh, he is my song. Let the King of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he is my song. Let the King of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days. Oh, he is my song. 'Cause you are good, good. You are good, good. You are good, good. Oh, you are good, good.
You're never gonna let me down. 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 You're never gonna let me down.
'Cause you are good, good. Oh, you are good, good. Oh, you are good, so good. Oh, you are good, good. Oh,
You're never gonna let me down. You're never gonna let me down. You're never gonna let me down. You're never gonna let me down.
good, good. Oh.